Bitcoin drops below 66K just like predicted. Is 60K next, or can we still rally up above 70K? Let's find out. Welcome back to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now it's about 3:45 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 65,945. And before we go over the top-down analysis, I want to go over this winning trade I gave you guys on the 4-hour time frame. About 2 days ago, I was calling a possible double top at around 70,500. I gave you guys this trade with the measure move taking us down to about 66,500. Not only did we hit that, but we went as low as 65,548. So that's almost a $5,000 move. So congratulations on whoever took this trade. This is a big win for the Flex Candle community. So we're going to start off here with the weekly chart. And as you guys can see, this has just turned into more of a red candle. Ever since we got the tweezer tops last week, we have been breaking down. The 200 moving average is currently at 59,244. And it kind of looks like that's where we're headed. I was getting a little bit happier here because every time we get above here on the stochastics RSI, we kind of roll over. We came up here again, we rolled over, and this time it seemed like we got above this resistance here of the stochastics RSI. But now that I'm looking at it, it looks like it's about to roll over again. And if so, I do see us having more downside. You could clearly see that this is going sideways, turning into a bear flag. You guys know that I overall have this in a head and shoulder pattern that could break us down to about 30K or below. I also have this in a bear flag on the 2-day chart that takes us down to about 43K. And as you guys can see, we've been tracing this bear flag pretty neatly here. I think at some point this is going to roll over and we're going to start breaking down. We head over to the 4-day chart. We can see that the stochastics are rolling over, the RSI is rolling over. We're getting a big red engulfing candle. There's still 2 days and 5 hours before this candle closes, but it's not looking good here. We head over to the 2-day chart. This is where I have the bear flag. Now, if we zoom into the stochastics, yesterday it looked like we wanted to come up, but look how we just ended up rolling over. So this is showing me we're probably going to have more downside. We're losing the 21 moving average here, and this candle closes in the next 4 hours and 13 minutes. And this is a red engulfing candle. You can see a head and shoulder pattern here that looks like it's about to break down. If we put on the patterns, we could see that on the bear flag, not only did we re-enter the bear flag after stepping out of it, but we're actually starting to break down here. So it looks like this bear flag could start playing out pretty soon. We take a look at the 1-day chart. We can see that the stochastics RSI are rolling over here. We can see here more clearly 2 red candles in a row. This candle closes again in 4 hours and 15 minutes, possibly going to close red. It's probably going to be a bad weekend here coming up. We take a look at the 8-hour chart. The stochastics are getting low, but we could drag here for a while. Look how long we stayed here. So something similar could happen here. We completely lost the 21 moving average. Once we got rejected off this 200 moving average on the 8-hour chart, that did not look good. This kind of looks like a topping tail. Ever since then, we have been just falling down. You guys can see we got a little rally here, but we rolled over. Now on the 4-hour chart, this is where I've been telling you guys we have a head and shoulder pattern. I have this measure move taking us all the way down to about 62,000. And as you can see, we already broke below the neckline, and we're starting to get some of the measured move already. The neckline was somewhere like around 68K. So this is already a winning trade at the moment. We could bounce up. I'm kind of far away from the 21 moving average that's currently at 69,530. So we could still bounce up and then from there roll over. Told you guys about this double top pattern that fully played out. We even got more than the measure move. Take a look at the stochastics RSI. We were never able to come up. We're rolling over, and we could definitely drag here for a while. Look how we just dragged here for such a long time. So even though we're on the floor, you know, we have to start making it back up. We have to get back above this 200 moving average. Again, every time we lose a 200 moving average, we usually stay under for a long time, and now we severely did lose it. Now on the 1-hour chart, the stochastics look like they're resetting. Again, we could roll over. We're getting some bullish divergence here. We are far away from the 21 moving average. Is at 67,431. I see us bearish. I see that 4-hour head and shoulder pattern continuing to break down, and I could just see us either going sideways here, waiting for the 21 moving average to catch up to price range, or us even rallying up to the 21 moving average and then rolling over for more downside. The only thing that could save us is, could this be an inverted head and shoulder, left shoulder? Maybe this is a head, but we would have to make it to the 50 moving average at 68,903, and then when we roll over, stay above the 21 moving average to make the right shoulder and then go up. But again, that's a pipe dream at the moment. On the 15-minute chart, we can see that the stochastics are getting toppy, and we have not really been able to get above the 21 moving average. This is bearish, especially if we're below the 200 moving average. This could just be bear flagging and creating a larger move down. So at the moment, I'm sticking with the 4-hour head and shoulder pattern. Again, this is the 4-hour time frame, so this is going to take a while before it fully starts breaking down. Again, we already started getting some of the measure moves, so taking profits now wouldn't be bad, but I do expect us to possibly have more downside if we lose 65k. We lose 65k, I see it's going to 64, 63. We lose 63, I see 62, and possibly even 60. I feel like we're due to go to 60k at some point. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.